everyone, this is HelloKittyPowa 1992, Monica, HelloKittyPowa from Zwinky, hi! And today, I am making this vid basically to give you all a few fashion show tips and basically explain a few things to you all, since a lot of people are curious and like to say the fact that HelloKittyPowa wins almost every fashion show. And you're curious to how is it that, a lot of people are really good at it, and that kind of stuff. I also want to say that this was inspired by Kira Blue because in one of the social sites, is that she said on the status that she's thinking about making like a vid of like her fashion show tips to people, that kind of thing. And it's kind of what inspired me because I myself have been getting questions of how is it that I'm so good at it, how is it that there's a lot of people that are really good at it, what kind of tips can I give, how is it that I like dress so like wow. I'll explain it to you all how pretty much in my perspective and how I see it, how it works. I'm also going to be explaining to you all a few things about the judges that you all should keep in mind about. Alright, so let's see where to start. Okay, so basically let's start from the fact that it is true when people say that, you need a ton of items just to win a fashion show. That is actually very true. Although I would say that if you have 8 pages of items, you can still even win. Because at the time, a long time ago, I rarely had anything on my account, and I started to get into fashion shows, and I made it pretty far. And I could still make outfits look well good. I'm going to be explaining to you all of how to like make outfits look really good to fit the theme and what, kind of to do, the colors and etc., that kind of thing. But yes, it is true, but you know what, even if you have like few items, you can still basically get creative, which is the importance, and, have a chance to even get high up and win. Alright, so, the thing is that, when the judge says, fashion show, in my room, Z-card prize. Now, this is kind of interesting, is that there's a lot of pro people, I call it, like myself, that are into fashion shows and would specifically know if a judge is lying about something. So, like, sometimes, this happens a lot, is that a judge will say Z-card prize, and really, there isn't a prize. What basically we do is that we look at the avatar, and we see if they're not wearing any like Z-card items that are recent and just less items on the Z overall, our minds assume that, okay, they don't have Z-card, they just want to have a fashion show, and they just want people to come, so they're going to say Z-card fashion show. Majority of the time, that's what pops in my mind, but nowadays, really, I would play for fun. But yeah, that's like something in the way to keep in mind. Another thing is that when you go to when the judge announces fashion show in my room, you basically get a look at the judge. Now, here's an example of a judge. Now, I'm not one to judge people by, the looks of them, but in a way, when you look at somebody's Zwinky, you can basically assume what they're into. Like, as you can see here, you see that she has Snoop Dogg, she's tanned, she's wearing shorts, and she's just so pretty looking. And basically you would assume, okay, she looks like that she's like an outgoing, possibly party girl. So basically, what I do is that I just keep in my mind that, okay, I could assume in my head basically what kind of this judge would be into. As you all know, I'm into the punkish style, as you can see. So by looking at my Zwinky, you all basically assume, well, most people assume that I'm emo and just that kind of like label, when I'm not emo. I am just into the punk style. And basically that's kind of in the way what people who are good at fashion shows, when they look at the judge, they basically think, okay, so they're into this. Now, when I judge a fashion show, people look at me and could possibly assume, okay, she looks like she's into the punkish kind of theme. Maybe for the themes, I could kind of keep that in mind and not make it too, like, girly, since I assume she's into this kind of thing. You know, do you guys, I hope you all are following what I mean. I mean, I'm not judging or anything, but you know, it's kind of like you get the idea in your mind of what the person is into, you know, when really you could be totally wrong, but you know, just how their Zwinky looks, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so basically you keep that in mind about judges, you know. Anyway, alright, so basically, I'm going to be explaining about three particular themes that are mainly used in a lot of fashion shows that, you know, I've been at, that, you know, a lot of people pretty much are into the theme. And basically, I will explain about how to dress and everything. So, you know, the main theme is prom. So, in prom, a lot of the judges actually prefer long gowns. Like, you know, basically that's like how it is, you know. I noticed that a lot of the judges would like to see something like big and just whoosh, you know. And there are judges that are just into the short kind of like dresses or skirt kind of thing, and you know, that's just a majority of them as well. So when it comes to a prom dress, you basically like need to have it to where if like the colors go with each other, it overall looks right. So, you know, my favorite main colors are pink and black. As you hot pink and black, as most of you all know. My prom dress that is like pink and black and it's poofy because, you know, I just see it as just it's bright and it just goes well with each other. This is the dress that I always use for prom. Um, yeah, and basically the colors. When you like put a prom dress together, think about in real life as well. Now you want a prom dress, the colors look great with each other. Like, you know, hot pink and black I do see looking great with each other. White and light pink, purple and even the tone of blue to go with it. You know, there are nasty colors like green and yellow, but you know, it's just basically when it comes to like for the prom theme and Zwinky, a lot of the judges would like to find something that's elegant and just would fit. The colors have to look well together as well. You know, yeah. So see, as you can see, like you know, I chose to just keep her skin tone the way, and then I just like you know pick the hair that I would normally use. I think nowadays I use this one. You know, so that kind of thing. You know, and just add some accessories. Don't overdo the accessories to where they don't go with each other, because it needs to look like basically elegant, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know exactly much more how to explain it about with the prom thing, but yeah, you kind of get what I mean. And basically, when it comes to putting an outfit together, you want, of course, you want like basically think about when it comes to a theme like prom, you know, you see a beautiful gown, you're wearing a tiara, you have like flowers basically. I always make her wear this bouquet of flowers, you know, when really it's like meant for the wedding thing, but who cares? That sort of thing. Like it basically it just depends on how well you put it together, you know. I mean, look at pictures online, prom pictures, you know, girls wearing their prom dresses, etc. How they basically like put it together and everything. You get the idea on Zwinky of how then like yours would pretty much should look and everything. Yeah, so that's like about prom. Second theme is Halloween. A lot of people would use the Halloween theme, you know. I mean, it's basically my favorite theme, honestly. So you get creative with it pretty much, you know. I get very creative with the Halloween theme, pretty much, you know. I basically just picked whatever. I already know I have a ton of like legit outfits, but yeah. So let's say I pick robot, you know. For the Halloween theme, a lot of the judges would like to see things that are different and unique. Simple things like just being a mermaid, kind of in a way, like not a mermaid. I'm trying to think of a good example here. Simple things like, you know, a cat, you know, that kind of in a way to them wouldn't be all that great. because they want to see something that's kind of in a way different and unique. And so if the theme's Halloween, and I say, okay, I'm going to be a robot, I wear this, it does actually get a lot of eyes on, and they would be like, oh, she's a robot, that's cool, It's like something different, pretty much. That's pretty much how I see it. Yeah. So, like I said, I pick, like, the colors for outfits, as long as they go well with each other and it looks right, then, you basically have no problem. So, I picked yellow and pink and black because, well, I want pink and black to be in it, but also some yellows and golds because, overall the original costume of this is pretty much yellow only. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, it's kind of like how it is. Yeah. Another theme, third theme. Let's see. Wedding. So, basically, a lot of the themes would have the theme wedding in it. Basically, it's really like the same thing with prom, except you make your dress all white and everything. It looks wedding-like. It's just, yeah, just dressing up with just a dress on and just having your hair up and everything. To the judges, they probably would expect more, Add accessories, that kind of thing, that go well with it. I always add, like, this white parasol and this veil with the white rose on it, earrings, necklace, that kind of thing. It's pretty much like, in a way, how wedding dress should be and just overall wedding theme. But there are a lot of people, like I stated, that have wedding dresses that are very short, and that's fine too, but a majority of the judges would actually be wanting, like, big ass gowns or something. So yeah. And also, basically, the more times that you join fashion shows, you look at everybody else's kind of, like, ideas, how they put theirs together, and yes, there are times when people will actually sort of start using what you have for theirs. Just a bit, or sometimes overall. Which, people should be original, but oh well. So then, like, basically, the more that you kind of, like, get the idea of how things should be put together to make it look good, you're well on your way, that kind of thing. But, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. So, like, the thing is that, think about this too. This is, like, important. I almost missed this. When a judge sets a theme, like anime, for instance, and you say, oh man, I don't have anything for anime. You have other things, but you don't have things for anime. Basically, what needs to start happening, and it goes for any other theme as well, is that when a Zwinky store comes out, like Halloween or a mix update, you look into them and you kind of, like, try to look for something that, okay, maybe this will go good with this theme, I hope you all are following me. So, like, because I remember, like, I saw this one particular mask, I think, or was it a hair? I don't know, or a costume. But, like, there was a theme, and there was this one costume that popped in my mind that a lot of people had, but I didn't. I just kept it in my mind, and then I planned to buy it when the store would come out again, or whatever, So basically, it's like when you go to, like, a mix or whatever, you keep in mind, the item, and you make it specifically the color that you would want, Numerous times, not everything in my wardrobe is pink and black. Numerous times there are times when items are actually a different color because I would specifically use it for a theme. Like this belt, for instance. This belt here. I made it these colors because it would go with my outfit of, like, the underwater goddess. Now the colors are out of, like, place here because I had to, like, re-put like all my outfits, remake them again. And for some odd reason, when you remake outfits, the colors don't like correctly save, and it's just random until like you reach the full maximum of outfits, and then you could like re-edit them, and then they stay put, if that's been happening to anybody else. Anyway, yeah, so that's why, you know, I specifically sometimes would get an item that's a specific color, because I know that it would go good with a certain outfit or a part for a theme, you know, so that's what you keep in mind. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much about it, really. Just get creative with your outfits, you know, don't overdo it, that sort of thing. Yeah. So any questions that, you know, because I have a feeling I probably missed a lot, you feel free to comment this vid, and I'll be sure to answer them right away. So, yeah, see you, YouTubers.